Hello everybody, my name is Joshua and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Coffee, Cats, and King, where we will discuss books, both new and old. I will share with you pictures of my cats, will make you wish they were your cats, and I will drink enough coffee for me and everybody watching. Let me show you my mug today. It's my cat mug. It's just a host of different cats from a variety of famous artists. And my shirt is nothing special for most of you, it's just a Bayside shirt. I'm sure that a lot of people don't even know who that is, but that's okay. Bayside is not for everyone. I'm here today with some book mail and a review of a book that I think most of you have probably already read at this point, but if you haven't, then I'm about to tell you why you should. So, let's start with the book mail and then we'll jump into the review. As far as book mail goes, I'll show this off first. This is something that my dear mother just gave me. It's a three-part collection of the original Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, with the ever wonderful illustrations that we all know and still have nightmares about. So I was very excited to have these again. I had, a boxed set a long time ago, ended up giving it to someone as a gift. I'm very glad to have them back just in time for the ever wonderful time of the year, Halloween. So those of you that saw my TBR for the month, where my wife picked my books, one of the books she picked was The Black Cauldron by Lloyd Alexander, and a few of you down in the comments, you were a little concerned by the fact that I was reading Black Cauldron instead of starting with the Book of Three, and one of you went well above and beyond. I'm talking about Troy. Troy, you just you really surprised me with this one. Troy sent me a boxed set of all 5 books in the series, and the box itself is really nice and even has this really cool map layout inside, and then the covers themselves are pretty great. So I'm very much looking forward to reading the whole series now, because as you will see in my wrap-up later on this month, I very much enjoyed Black Cauldron. So now, thanks to Troy, I get to go through and read the series from start to finish, get the full experience, which is just incredible. Like I said, Troy, thank you so much, man. It's a stellar gift, and I don't know how to thank you. That was awesome. It was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And then the final bit of book mail that I want to show off is a book that I purchased. Again, I'm on a book buying ban, but it did not stop me from sneaking a peek at eBay one day, and of course the first thing I see is something that I knew I had to have, and that is a complete and uncut edition of Stephen King's The Stand, with a Mylar protective covering. So recently I've made it my goal to replace all of my Stephen King hardcovers with hardcovers that have Mylar coverings, just because it protects them, and as they get older and as I read through them, it's harder and harder to keep those covers in nice condition. So that Mylar covering, that's going to take care of it for me, and I'm super excited to have this. Probably a surprise to some of you, but I have a copy of The Stand, but it is not the complete and uncut edition. So my copy is missing so much material that this one has. Now, I have read the complete edition before, but I read it on Kindle. So this is my first time having the full Stand in a physical copy, so I'm incredibly excited to have that, and looking forward to enjoying it. So, okay, let's get into what you guys probably came here for, and that is the review. So the book that I'm reviewing today is our very own Cameron Chaney with Autumncrow. This gorgeous cover art by the ever wonderful Cameron Rubik. Now, the vast majority of you have already read this book. I understand that. For those of you that have not, I'm about to tell you why you need to go out and buy yourself a copy, other than the fact that we are supporting one of our own. So, Autumncrow is a quick collection of short stories, all based around Autumncrow Valley, the self-stylized, spookiest town in the world. What's interesting about Autumncrow is it's one of those small towns, not where, you know, everything is idyllic and peaceful and beautiful all the time. No, Autumncrow is one of those small towns where everyone kind of knows that there's a lot of crazy things happening, a lot of strange occurrences, there's danger around every turn, but the people who live there, a lot of them have lived there their whole lives. So even though it's a dangerous place and a scary place to live, it's become common and normal for them, so they live there regardless. But it is certainly not a Norman Rockwell, perfect, picturesque place. And how I said that without messing it up, I don't know. So as I said, it's a short collection. It's only about 160 pages. So the stories are all pretty short, pretty quick reads, and Cameron does an excellent job of bringing in that autumnal October Halloween feel that we all know and love and crave around here. For me, there was not a bad story in the bunch, and that's what tells me this was an awesome collection. So the stories in this collection range from a young runaway ending up hundreds of miles away from where he should be in Autumncrow and meeting a man who knows entirely too much about him, to a young boy who has dared to stay in a graveyard overnight, ends up finding some stairs leading down into a hidden room where he meets a very ghoulish TV host. There's stories of a monster in the woods who sees a young boy receiving some rather rough treatment from his father and decides to intervene. There's a story about a man and his family, all who have monsters that follow them around. They each have their personal monster, their personal demon that follows them, and only they can see them. But these demons, these monsters, are very real. And it's kind of his journey throughout life, trying to overcome his demon. So what's really interesting about this collection is, like I said, they all have a very Halloween feel to them. Cameron is good at capturing that wonderful, whimsical happiness that comes with that time of year, while still making things very spooky and scary. A lot of his stories, they seem like they're going to be almost lighthearted, and then as you get to those final few pages, things get deeper and darker, and then you end up with an ending where, you know, it kind of takes you by surprise, because you think it's this whimsical, happy, kind of silly story, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're snatched at the end, and yeah, I don't know, it's great. It's great stuff. Like I said, it's a very short collection. It's only about 160 pages, but I can honestly say that there was not a story in here that I did not love reading, and I will definitely be reading this again in the future. Cameron just recently announced that he's about to publish the first in a series that takes place in Autumncrow. It's called Autumncrow High. I think it's kind of going for the Fear Street kind of vibe, so very much looking forward to that, especially if this is the caliber of writing that we are going to see, and I know it is. So again, guys, I know that most of you have read this already, but those of you that have not, please do yourself a favor and spend a couple bucks, support our buddy Cameron, and you're getting a killer collection out of the deal. Awesome cover art that is going to look great on any bookshelf. Great stories for any time of the year, but especially for this time of the year. And just such a great, I mean, even the spine, I love the spine, you know? Something as simple as that, the leaves on the back, everything about this book, it just screams Halloween, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful, guys. I can't suggest it enough. For those of you that have not read it, 5 stars easily. I cannot wait to read Autumncrow High. There you go, guys. A couple different pieces of book mail, a review of a really awesome collection that I really hope the rest of you will pick up and read if you have not already. If you have, hey, it's that time of year, guys. Pull it back out and read it again. I guarantee you're going to love it just as much as you did the first time. Let me go ahead and give you some cat footage.
Yeah, buddy. You can just draw. Oh, crap. Oh. Get him, buddy.
Yes, Chef. Chef Tomei, as our guest judge, please tell us who won this elimination challenge.
Piatto, diciamo, vinto di più, è stato intelligente, fresco e armonioso. Bellissimo.
Oh. Congratulations, Brian and Melissa. You're both moving on. Please step to the side. Thank you. Gregory, how did you decide to make that dish with those components?
I felt that those flavors were really representative of things that I do, and I felt that I could make a dish that was that was really a part of me.
Yeah, Greg, great idea to find a dish that you felt that you can pull off something that you do really, really well. Whenever you make with deep dark stews, they're fantastic. You pulled it out at the wrong time. The stew was great. It's just not a great dish with focus.
The stew had so much flavor that it became dry.
And we're going to call it a wrap for the day, guys. Thank you as always for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of coffee. Cheers.